I just ran my first trail race in about 9 years, and I thought I wildly overpacked. However, I didn't do as bad as I thought. So let's go through everything that I carried with me, what I wore, and some takeaways of what I wish I had done differently. So first of all, for wearing, I went with the Sprint hat. Wonderful. It keeps the sweat out of your eyeballs, and it was lightweight. I did also wear my glitter sunglasses. It was really, really bright, and I don't like sun in my eyes. So I did wear both of these. They worked out great. I used my Garmin, which is missing in action somewhere around this house. And then I had a crop top long sleeve. It was in a swim kind of material, which was great. It kept the sun off of my arms, off of my body. I think that helped a lot because it was pretty hot and pretty exposed to the sun in a lot of places. However, I wish I had gotten it wet first. I think that would have really helped because in the initial climb, we had about 1,500 feet of elevation gain in 3.5 miles. So it was kind of brutal, especially with the heat. And I think it would have really helped to bring my core body temperature down to have that water evaporating off. Other than that, totally fine. The Get Your Floor On shorts from Free People Movement, those were fantastic. I love them. They are so lightweight, super comfy. I had these socks that I got off of Amazon. They were very inexpensive, especially by running sock standards, and worked great. If you're into high cushion, these are not the socks for you. But if you just want something like wicking that's not gonna make blisters, these worked really, really well for me. And it was like a 6-pack, so those were great. And then I went with my Ultra Superiors for my running shoes. I was debating between those and the Lone Peaks. I am glad I went with the ones I did. It was a super rocky trail, and I just felt like they had a little bit better grip, a little bit better stability, and they're an old shoe, but they have the old Stone Guard inside the insert, so I didn't end up, bruising my feet on rocks, which was very nice. And then as far as, I'm gonna put a picture here. I thought I was wildly overpacking, guys. And I took a picture leaving my mom's house of all the things that I was carrying out to the car. I will say, the Celsius in my hands, I drank on the way to the race. The Skippy peanut butter bar, I don't know if we can see it in there or not, ate that on the way to the race. The Powerade was frozen for after the race. That was an excellent decision. This guy was full of ice water. Also an excellent, excellent decision for after the race. It was saying, the race description was that there was like light snacks afterwards, light refreshments. Didn't know what that meant, so I figured better safe than sorry, which was great. Had my frozen Powerade, and then they had some like Cascade chips, and I had salt and vinegar chips afterwards, which were the best chips of my entire life. Then for the actual race, carried everything in my Orange Bud Gear vest. Ta-da, she's beautiful. I love her. It had a 1-liter bladder. Love that. Excellent. No notes. That's a lie. One note. I am going to be getting some soft flasks because I did not drink enough water in situations like this where I wasn't actually sure if there was going to be a place to refill your water at the turnaround because it was just up in the woods. Turns out there was. The sheriffs were nice enough to take their like side-by-sides and 4-wheelers up there, and we're checking to make sure everybody got turned around and everything was good. They did have water up there. I could have refilled it, but not knowing going in, I was rationing my water a lot more than I needed to be, and I ended up not even finishing the whole 1 liter and should have definitely been drinking more water as I went. But that's a lesson for next time. I will be getting soft flasks to put in the front pocket. I'll still keep the bladder in the back. Oh, side note, I did put ice in here, which was so wonderful, because it does heat up from your body heat and being in the sun and that sort of thing. And the ice kept that from happening for a little bit longer. So that was good. Ice was smart. Okay, then on to the one thing that I didn't, there is toilet paper in one of those pockets. I didn't use that, would still carry it every single time because obviously. The other thing that I did not use that I carried with me was my headphones. And I knew going in that I probably wouldn't need them, but I also made sure I had them charged and packed them because you just never know. And if I got in like a mentally tough spot, I wanted to have them on me. Didn't need them. I'm thankful. Saving grace of the whole race experience. Squirrel's nut butter. This one specifically is the frankincense and lavender. It smells fantastic. I used it. A friend used it, which was good because they also traded me some bug spray because I forgot my bug spray. But this was clutch. This was the best thing that I packed. I probably could have lived without everything else. Not quite. Water and snacks were very important, but this was great. Highly recommend. I had been using Body Glide just because it was easy to get. You could run into different stores and just grab some, but this goes on so much smoother, and it doesn't feel like it's ripping your thighs off as you spread it on. So wouldn't have survived without it. Came out unscathed with it, so that was perfect. Other thing I packed that I did not need, I had my phone. Obviously, I barely used that. I took like 2 pictures. I used my Insta360. I had that in one of my other pockets. I used the heck out of that. I will have a full race recap with some of those videos coming soon. I did bring a charger and a cord for my phone, just in case. I didn't need it. Would still pack it every single time because I don't want to be stuck out in the woods with no way to contact people and a dying phone. So, peace of mind, 10 out of 10. Okay, then the stupid thing. Are you ready for the stupid thing that I packed that I didn't need to? And I don't, to this day, I cannot tell you why. The day before, when I was packing up all my pockets, the day before the race, I was like, I need to pack gum. I need to pack gum. Do we know the last time I actually chewed a stick of gum? I don't. It's been months. Months. I don't even know why I have this pack of gum. It might have been from my friend's wedding. It might have been because I got a random gum craving in the grocery store line, but I was convinced that I had to have gum in my pocket of my vest. Did I use it? Absolutely not. I don't know, but I took gum. Wouldn't carry that next time probably until I have a panic attack the night before and stuck it in my pocket again, because for some reason it seemed essential at the time. It's not heavy, it didn't matter, but now this is gonna be maybe a hot take because people are obsessed with these. I hate the way they taste. I've only tried this flavor, so I should say I've only tried the one flavor. This is the salt stick, if you can't read it for some reason. Green apple flavor salt stick. The taste just is icky. I do not enjoy them. However, they work. I regret to inform you that they work. And I did not think ahead enough to get some tailwind to stick in my pack. And so I knew I needed something. So I did end up taking a few of these, and which was good because it was hot and I was sweating a lot. My face felt like straight salt after we got done. But yeah, I don't want to like them because they taste icky to me, but they work. Therefore, they always have a place in my pack. Then I packed some fueling options. I only used these. I did not use as many of these as I should have. I realized that as I was looking at the bag afterwards. I said, oh, I should have eaten far more of these and I may have had a slightly better time. I wasn't hurting that bad afterwards. I did pretty okay. Like, I wasn't fast because the hill was like this, but overall, these are good. Honey stingers to me just don't have as much flavor as a lot of other things, which may be because I think it's like a lot more natural flavors and not whatever they pump into the other things. But if they're not super flavorful, but the texture of them is a lot easier to get down and the size is a lot more manageable than like the Cliff Blocks. So I do enjoy them. I need to check and see if there is a higher sodium version so that I could skip the salt chews and just go with these. But overall, these were good. I just should have eaten a lot more of them. And then I just packed 2 packs of fruit snacks, Life Singer gummies and regular fruit snacks, and a Honey Singer gel as a backup. Probably should have taken a lot more of that. But I underfueled like a loser. But that's okay. We made it. We learned for next time. And I think takeaways, I should have brought sunscreen, should have brought some bug spray. It worked out fine. I ended up borrowing bug spray and only my stomach burnt, and not that badly. Like, it's Wednesday now, the race is on Sunday, and I'm barely pink anymore. It's not gonna peel, it wasn't bad. But those are two things that I would pack in the future. And also afterwards, due to the salt face situation and the fact that we were in the woods, I ended up ordering some of those towel tablets. They're kind of like lifesaver sized, and you pour water on them and they go out to a towel, and it's like a Clorox wipe kind of towel where it's disposable, but you can use it. And I got some of like the little hand soaps that are like Listerine. You remember the Listerine strips that I don't know if they still make those. I haven't seen them in a long time. But the little hand soaps that come in like the little Listerine sheets basically. And so I wouldn't have needed the hand soap necessarily this time, but the tiny towels, tablet things, would have come in very, very handy for afterwards, just to get that sweat off of my face and to not feel like I had rolled in the salt bottle. But other than that, for it being my first trail race back in, like I said, I think 9 years, overall very, very happy with how it went. The next time I do something with that much elevation gain, I will have poles. That was my one regret. I was watching everybody else with their little running poles, and that's gonna be a must for the next one. But other than that, overall, very happy with how it went. Full race recap to come soon once I figure out how to edit all of my Insta360 videos. So don't hold your breath, because I haven't even looked at the ones from Springtime Surprise a year and a half ago. This should be faster, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching. Drop your gear recommendations that maybe I forgot in the comments. And oh, here's the thing. I want to know if you rely on your phone, because now that iPhone has a satellite setting, I've been thinking that maybe that's okay. I'm trying to get back into trail racing. I thought I needed a Garmin InReach, but now that iPhone has the satellite feature, I'm wondering if I can get away with that. I'm not going like heavy backwoods. I'm not running that kind of mileage yet, but just in general, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back soon.